I'm not even sure what my goal is. I just literally turned on the camera, plugged in the mic, and got in front of it. I was sitting here thinking, Teyana Taylor is absolutely fleecing Iman Shumpert. I've heard Shumpert pronounced so many different ways in the last couple of days that it is mind-blowing to me that people can listen to somebody pronounce somebody's name correctly and then continuously mispronounce it after that every single time that they start talking. It's like, yo, did you not hear it the first time the correct way? But yet you proceed to keep mispronouncing the name over and over and over again. Now I get it. Language is fleeting. It's fluid. It's one of those things that, we just kind of made it up. So some of the words, if they're not perfect, it can be whatever. Though, it is nice to see things pronounced the way they were originally created. Unlike, some of the stuff that we have now. Urban Dictionary is pretty much the real dictionary because there's so much slang and different words that are said nowadays that you need to really have Urban Dictionary, pretty much on speed dial if you really want to understand, especially some of the younger generation. But just to think of some of the details that, Teyana fleeced this man over. First of all, look, people can say whatever they want about the women in these situations. The guy also decided he was going to get married under these circumstances. He had a choice. He could have got the prenup. He could have went over some contractual things. Definitely talked this over. He could have put himself in a much better situation than he did. Obviously, because Iman is losing here. As a man whose career ended a few years ago, and trust me, I know those checks start drying up and them guys start going broke real fast. If you just listen to some of the clips that you hear, some of the former athletes, especially people like Lou Williams, when it talks about like going broke.
It's 4 years is the average lifespan of an NBA career, and it take us 5 years after that to go broke. Easy numbers, gang. I do it like this. You make $5 million. 2.5 of that gone. You got agent fees, probably another 50 of that gone. You got your dues. A lot of people don't know we got dues for the NBPA. So you got dues. So everybody put their money in the pot. So you figure you got 450 NBA players. I think the dues is 15 to 20 grand a year. Everybody put it in the pot. That's how we able to get our health care and all of that type of shit.
I didn't know that.
Then you got your personal staff. Financial advisor is probably 1%. Agent at a high number is gonna get 4%.
Right.
But you can negotiate from 1 to 4.
Okay.
So before you look up, you probably at 1.5 million off of 5 with nothing. And these Benzes that we keep talking about in these mansions and shit, these girlfriends and these Chanel bags. Before you know it, you not a millionaire no more.
Right.
You a high thousandaire. On paper, you can tell a motherfucker, fuck you, I'm a millionaire.
Right.
In real life, a lot of that pie gone.
Yeah, so the point being is that those checks run out quickly. When you're making like $500,000 a week, $1 million a week, and it doesn't mean some of these athletes make a lot of money, or just say like, quarterly, you done banked a good couple $1 million, and hell, all you were was just a serviceable role player. Boy, life is good. But when you're no longer playing and you were living that high life, and like many people have gone through this. If you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you've seen some of the videos of the athletes who have lost everything. And it's because they kept trying to live up that lifestyle. You can't live that lifestyle anymore. People kept trying to call Cam Newton Baroque because he said he couldn't take care of his kids the way he wanted to. Once again, it's one of those things people keep getting emotional. They don't listen. They just want to find things and then create clickbait. Cam Newton didn't say anything about being broke. Cam Newton's on TV. Cam Newton has fashion stuff. Cam Newton has a bunch of businesses. He's got plenty of money and he made plenty of money. He's still got sponsors. Cam Newton has money. He just can't take them out and just get them all Lamborghinis now. That's stupid. That's basically what he's saying. I don't have it like that. Cam Newton is trying not to completely crash out, outside of the fact that he's an idiot and wants to have more kids and not really, be with any of the baby moms and add more child support on top of the child support he already owes. That's how he could go broke. But luckily, he's still working. He's still rolling out there. And at least I know Cam isn't crazy enough in talking to women about flat earth conspiracy theories.
Flat, bro, you have no proof that it's okay. Like, that's what be crazy. How you gonna prove to me it's round?
Have you ever been in a plane?
Huh?
Have you ever flown?
Yeah, I flew in a plane.
You know about time zones?
It looked flat the whole time.
Really? You don't see the curvature? You don't see the curvature of the earth?
It don't never look curved.
Never? Ever?
No.
Looks a little
curved. It don't look curved.
It looks
curved.
Ain't
never saw out one of them little ass windows and saw enough fucking earth to see a curve. You didn't do that, Vlad.
Okay, but you can't see the end of it. Like I'm saying, if you go to the beach and look at the ocean, it stops at one point because of the curve.
Iman Shumpert, I hate to say it, like the guy. I know my mom loves the guy. Idiot. Dumbass. Dumber than a tree stump. Iman Shumpert ain't intelligent. Either that or the man just needs to stop smoking weed. I'm sorry. Most of you brothers that be out there just toting it up all the time always be thinking you're being very introspective when no, you're just lost in your... Ooh, I almost said something really ugly there. But anyway, y'all get lost in the fact that y'all think you're being smart. You're thinking. You're just doing a whole bunch of thinking and not a lot of doing. There's no problem solving. You're not connecting any of the dots. You're not, tying up any of the wires when it comes to these conversations. So like when Iman Shumpert was on DJ Vlad talking about flat earth theory, the man was absolutely mind blown when he was shown footage of the earth being round.
Only one.
I'm the only one.
I bet we go on them YouTube videos that you swear it's a lot of them. You gonna click on it and it's gonna pull up some dude talking about iPhones that he can unlock for you.
Okay. Should I pull up the SpaceX?
It's gonna say skip ad and it's gonna be the same video. That's how good they are these days, bro. Look, he trying to find it.
I already found it.
No, he
It took
didn't.
all 3 seconds.
Look, he don't know what he watching. What's this, a takeoff?
This mother, hold on.
What is it? What are
Hold
we
on.
watching, first of all, that you pulled up?
We are
Yep.
watching
Turn that back
landings,
around.
SpaceX landings.
SpaceX landings. This
There we
is
go.
Tesla.
There we go. It's landing vertically.
It landed after what?
After being in space, it's coming back down and landing.
Like, where are y'all? What circles are you in? Like, what people do you talk to? What books? Well, there's no books. Clearly, no books have been read anytime lately if you're still believing in this type of stuff. This is how you end up going down these Yakub rabbit holes and believing that black people are the only people that have ever existed on earth, when I'm still trying to tell you I don't understand how you get Asian people or, Filipinos when everybody was black. I don't get that. I'm sorry. I look at white men and I can't see a black man having that skin. I look at the structural, dynamics of some people. Big nose, small lips, or big chins, huge heads. So many anatomies don't seem to make any sense. Or the smaller eyes, not like being racist, but I'm just saying the anatomies don't line up with any black person you've ever seen. Now you got the Indians, who obviously could be, hell, they can turn just as black as Africans. I mean, damn, they be blue too. They spend a lot of time out there in the sun and they be dark. I used to grow up having questions thinking like, are they black people, Mom? No, they're not. They're not black. They're just really brown skin. And so you had to get those contexts later on to realize like not all black people are black people. But once again, I'm diverting. This is just a random rant. But anyway, the whole Teyana Taylor situation, she's getting this man for a lot of money. Iman's gonna have to cough up apparently already 7 figures right off the bat. Damn, home run. That's a fresh dinger right there. I mean, she's already winning with that. $8,000 a month for child support, though. That actually seems not too crazy. I've heard of some crazy cases for people having to pay way more in child support. So at least he's not going broke then. And then Iman also had some old, comments that have resurfaced that definitely didn't age well. So it sounds like, he's perfectly obligated or perfectly, ready to go ahead and take on this responsibility and pay up that money. Because I'm telling you, I just, like for me, I don't know when it was, but I'm thinking it had to go back to the DJ Vlad. And I'm sure Iman was talking a whole bunch of crazy stuff before then, probably been sitting around just high all the time. Because I'm telling you, when I looked at him on that platform, he struck me as a person who only wakes up and gets stoned now. Now that he ain't playing ball no more, outside of making some appearances on some other podcasts and stuff like that, he just gets lit. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. And that's how you go down those effing rabbit holes.
The earth is flat.
Bro, I don't know.
You don't know.
Think about our picture from space. How many pictures have we got from space of Earth?
All these scientists have been lying to you.
We got one picture from
NASA's been
space.
lying to you the whole time.
They cap. We have one picture from space, bro.
We have lots of pictures.
And
from
we
space.
got mad interviews with these marks saying, yeah, we never went to the moon.
Okay.
What about that? When
Well,
they
so
old
all the
ass, when
people
they
who go
old
to-
ass get to just saying that.
all the people who go to space.
Show
And there's
me.
you've never seen a photo of the earth.
I've never seen
You've
the
never seen a
footage.
video?
You can't show me nothing but one.
You don't leave the house. You just get stoned every day. You just call up your dealer, you get some weed, you go to the gas station, you get some shells, maybe something to drink, and you go back home and you do nothing. Maybe you watch movies, maybe you play games, but you're not learning anything. You forget that the world outside of wherever you're staying and smoking even exists. You don't know how to have conversations with people. You don't know how to process information. You don't know how to, engage with folks who are having combative, attitudes or, conflict resolution. You struggle with a lot of stuff and you don't realize it. You don't never think about it because you never engage with anything. You are completely disconnected from reality. Once you get to that point when you're not doing anything, that's how you end up sounding so stupid when you get into conversations with folks who actually have a little bit of intelligence. I'm not smart. I'm not a very overly intelligent guy. I don't think I'm like, oh my God, Mike, Hakeem is a genius. No, I mean, first of all, nobody calls me Hakeem in real life. I'm Hakeem here, but that's it. But nobody looks at me and is like, dang, that's a super smart guy. But what my best traits are is I'm really good at filling out situations, really good at picking up on context clues. I have a master class of common sense. I got that on lock. So I do understand things very well. I'm able to put processes and piece things together for it to make sense to me. So I'm not overly intelligent when it comes to oh my God, I can just deconstruct a PlayStation and put it back together. Ain't got that tool set. But if you ask me, how can I motivate somebody to achieve a goal that they didn't think they could do? I could probably do that. Can you get a player on your team to perform at a higher level than they probably thought they could? Yeah, I think I can manage that. Do you think you can get people on your staff or whatever to perform at a better level than they were? Can you uplift their terrible attitude by telling them relatable stories, finding context in their lives, actually getting to know them, and then finding ways to tweak and work with them to where they're like, you know what? Yeah. Maybe life ain't so bad. I have those types of skills. But when you're sitting around getting stoned like Shump and you're over here getting divorced, because that's probably the same guy she's been seeing for quite some time. And she probably walked into the house one day and said, you know what? Nah, I'm good. First of all, Shump screwed up from the get-go because I'm sorry, any chick that looks like Teyana Taylor, they're going to fleece you for every dollar that you got. They're going to take your money. I haven't met one beautiful woman to that extent, who looks like Teyana Taylor. And I'm just sorry. They ain't trustworthy. Not saying they ain't trustworthy, but how loyal do you really think she can be? She can get almost any guy. She's already taken the other dude who was on The Bachelor or someone Love is Blind. I don't know what show he was on. The guy that everybody's now having questions on if he's actually a good looking dude or not. Him. I just, it's mind blowing to me. It really is. But this situation is just, another rich black dude, or actually just rich athlete in general, taking an L. Another person who spent their entire life balling and never learned how to actually vet people in real life. They don't have any conversations with folks outside of balling and video games and basic stuff. These people don't really evolve. It's amazing to me that LeBron has actually grown to be as mature as he has because, really, his whole life was just balling. He had some guidance at home. But it wasn't like he was overly educated, but he learned a lot of stuff. Apparently became very business savvy. Something in him was very professional in the fact that, you know what? I've never seen LeBron slip up in an interview. I'm talking about really slip up and say some stuff that's like, woo, LeBron, I don't know about you. Everything, or he's ever even lashed out in an interview. Have you ever heard LeBron James just crashing out on a reporter? Never has happened. It's never happened. Never happened. I don't even know where I'm going with that, but I'm just saying it's never happened. Never seen it. But it's a shame. At least Shump has got some money. I hope he doesn't lose every dime that he has. But he's going to have to get to work. But when I see Shump, it reminds me of when I watch, Club Shay Shay with, Shannon Sharp and Ocho. Ocho be late. Ocho be, even though he says he doesn't do anything, he be looking high all the time. He's always lacking in perspective sometimes. And he has a very basic mind. Very surface level thinking a lot of times with Ocho. He's a guy who's going to fall for the rage bait every time. Race bait every time. He's always going to fall for it because that's how he's wired. Just how so many of us are wired. And there's a lot of us trying to have these conversations to help us grow. Think outside the box. Stop being so emotional. That's how you end up in these situations and relationships where you're going to end up getting divorced and fleeced for all your money. It's about developing those extra skills. I bet Teyana Taylor already had those skills. I bet when she saw Shump, she's like, I like Shump. She liked him, fell in love, all the good stuff. But she probably knew that she was smarter than he was. And at the end of the day, if he crashed out, she was going to be just fine. and she can move on and get her another man. And he's going to be able to get another chick too. It's not like, life is bad for him, but I'm just saying this is a lot of money to lose. And anybody who's like, oh, Teyana, she's evil and all that stuff, like there's going to be dudes who are just hating on Teyana Taylor simply because she's a chick. I mean, and it doesn't make any sense. They're not going to look at any context in this situation and realize that maybe she should have divorced him. Anybody think about that? So that's a good man over there. Based on what? What makes a man good? Because he has money? Because he has status? He can make you laugh? Now, overall, I've never heard anything bad about Shump, but they're getting divorced for some reason. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the button, hit the bell. This was truly just a random rant. I just want to do more of these where if I get something on my mind, I just want to talk about it, find some clips, put it in the video, and move forward. Hopefully y'all enjoy. I got to keep pumping out content. Something's got to hit. Something's got to hit. I'm not getting any subscribers. We're slow. It's real slow at the university. We got to pick up the pace. Share the videos. Anyway, see you soon.